All right, so we're back. I love that we like blew right through that 30 minutes. My little timer was like completely useless.
You were all worried about me not being chatty enough.
I know, I love it. It's so great. So real quick, I want to go back into the candles because so they're high vibe. They burn negative ions when they are lit. And so they clean the air. They clean the air of antimicrobials, antifungals. They literally clean the air that you breathe when you are burning a beeswax candle. And so, if you can, I highly recommend that people stop with the soy and transfer over to beeswax. Is it is it a sustainable product? Beeswax candle?
Yes and no. Yes and no. It takes a lot of honey to produce wax. I think it's something like 7 pounds of honey to produce 1 pound of wax. But if you have a good beekeeper and they treat their bees well, then yes, wax is sustainable. So at the very least, it's a renewable energy and that you can get more of it. But you need bees to make beeswax.
Yeah, you can't recreate it artificially.
Right.
Yeah, you just can't. So I know that you are is it pianist?
Yeah, pianist is a good description.
Okay. And so what I thought was really interesting, I did a little bit of research, and are you aware of the note that the bees buzz at?
It's either a B flat or an A.
So Google tells me that it's a C sharp.
C sharp. That could be it too.
Isn't that interesting? I know nothing about the dynamics of music. I just know what I like. I know what I vibe with. And I know what I use for like healing, healing music and things like that. Um, and so I had no idea like what C sharp is. Are you able to take C sharp and put it into any other sound other than the buzz of a bee?
I mean, lots of songs have C sharp in it, so I think from a little bit of reading I did a while back, I remember that depending on what mood the bees are in, they can change that vibration a little bit. So it can go up to a D or down to a C. I think I sort of remember something I was reading that like one of their buzzes goes down a little bit further. But if you actually listen to bees when you're working with them, you can hear different types of buzzes and you can figure out what kind of mood they're in. A lot of times when bees get upset, it's more of a low buzz, but it can also be a higher buzz. You can also tell what condition the hive is in by the kind of buzzing that they do. So, like when you open up the hive, if they give a big buzz and then calm right down, you can assume that they probably have a queen and that they're organized. But if they have a lot of cacophony noise and buzzing when you open the hive and they keep on buzzing and buzzing and buzzing, not really as a group, then you can assume that there's some sort of chaos going in the hive. So that didn't really necessarily answer the question about where else you can use their buzzing. But another fun fact of buzzing is that when bees get upset as a group, oftentimes their upset smells like bananas. So if
Really?
you smell a banana smell, which is very distinct, you can know that you did something to upset the bees a lot, and you should probably stop whatever you're doing.
Wow. So in nature, just, not in a hive, not in a hive box, where would we find honeybee hives?
I mean, you can find them a lot near orchards. You can find bees, like honeybee colonies out in the woods or along the forest edge and like cavities in trees. They can survive on their own. But if you're looking at a landscape, a lot of farmers hire beekeepers that have bees to pollinate their crops. So, like almond crops, they're only pollinated by honeybees. So, they mass transport bees out to California to pollinate the almond crops, or down to Florida to pollinate the oranges and the apples. There's a couple beekeepers in the country that do that full time. She could get into the ethics of whether it's good to move bees on a mass scale like that or not. But that would be a different discussion to go into all the nuances with that. But you can find bees everywhere almost, except like Antarctica, where there's absolutely like nothing but snow
Hmm.
all year long. Um, but there's a lot of different cultures have different breeds of bees, and some do native pollinators. And honeybees are just one of the most recognized as pollinators, not necessarily the best pollinators, but the most recognized.
How do we tell the difference between a honeybee and a bumblebee and a wasp?
Well, they all kind of look different. So Bumblebee is kind of like more brown and fuzzy and bigger, and like they just are more round is the best way to describe them. But I'd say they're like on average about 3 times the size of a honeybee. And wasps are generally less hairy than honeybees, and they look a little bit longer, and they have longer, thinner abdomens, and they're really just they 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 just look different. It's hard to describe it without like actually holding them up to next to each other, and sometimes it takes people a little bit to recognize that they look different because yellow jackets can look like a honeybee really similarly, but if you're familiar with it, they look completely different.
And so a honeybee is not a bumblebee.
Right, and a bumblebee isn't a wasp,
So
and
what do
a
bumblebees
honeybee is
do? Do you
neither a
know?
wasp or a
I love it. What does a bumblebee do?
bumblebees pollinate too. Um, they pollinate different things than honeybees do.
Okay.
So bumblebees are really good at pollinating tomatoes, where honeybees really aren't that great at pollinating tomatoes. So
Oh,
like
okay.
everybody has a different purpose, but I believe there's something like 40 or 50 different bumblebee species in Pennsylvania, and there's a couple hundred species worldwide. So just because you see a bumblebee, it's not necessarily the same kind of bumblebee you saw the day before.
That's wild. That is wild. I'm I'm amazed by that. Um, so let's see, what else do we want to talk about? Well, I also found out that
Oh,
they
I think somebody may be at my door.
I
Hold
love
on.
it. Okay. Christina says she'll be back in a minute, so we're just gonna hang on. So in her guidebook, um, she has as the list of plants that she may not have mentioned is bee balm. Here's a picture of bee balm. And boorish. Butterfly milkweed. Crocus. They're about to start coming up soon. Dandelion. They'll be coming up soon too. Thank God. Echinacea, one of my favorite purple cone flower. Goldenrod. Always found alongside of the roads. Lilac. Can you smell it? Sunflower's favorite. Hi, welcome back. I'm showing all your pictures of your flowers, your pollinating flowers. I'm
Oh,
almost
those are
done.
good pictures.
And then the wild geraniums. So good place to get started. All right, welcome back. Thank you. Thank you for coming back.
You're welcome.
I love it. So you had said that bees are attracted to the color of flowers.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that in some research that it says that the vibration that bees are attracted to are 250 to 500 hertz. And I thought that was interesting because I think next time, I think for my own interest, I'm going to check out and see what color vibrations are. So the seven chakra colors, what are the vibrations of those? That'd be interesting to find out.
That'd be neat.
Yeah. Yeah. So is it really like the color or is it the vibe? I love it. So pretty fascinating. What else do you want to share about bees?
I don't know. There could be years worth.
I know, right?
But I guess probably a general tidbit of knowledge is if you don't bother the bees, they won't bother you. So if you see them out and about, they aren't out to sting you or to feel. You don't have to feel intimidated by them. And if you give them their space, they'll give you your space, and they can all coexist peacefully together.
I'm down for that. I like having the bees around.
Yeah, it's fun to watch them.
Yep, it is fun to watch them. Maybe someday I can come see your honeybees.
You definitely can.
On Hickory Ridge. I'd love to. It would be so cool. And oh my God, and meet Teddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's huge now.
Good old Ted. I know. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, I think that we will end our recording and our meetup. And I thank you. I know it was so much fun. Cheers to you, my friend, until we meet for crystals and coffee
Cheers.
and cards again.
I mean, I got my coffee and my crystals.
I love it. So let's talk about that. That's your Super Seven.
That is my Super 7.
That is your Super Seven. Can you pick out your seven crystals that are merged into that? Are you able to pick them out?
Yeah, I can maybe pick out 3.
Okay. What's this
I
one
know
right
there's
here?
amethyst.
Okay. Yeah, the most of it is amethyst. And then you have
I
some.
know there's quartz.
Mhm.
I forgot what the black color is.
I actually think there's some sodalite in that.
Could be.
I don't know that it's actually black. It might be like a super, is that a super dark blue?
Maybe it could be. If I hold it up to the light.
I remember working with your stone. And I think that,
Yeah.
yeah,
It
it's so
has a
pretty.
fun crack right here, which is fun to hold on to.
You just rub your finger over it?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's so cool. I love it. Do you keep it in your office?
I do. I keep it by my desk a lot of the time.
Okay. All right. Is that your favorite?
I think it probably is my favorite just because it's a nice size and I love purple and I love that there's 7 associated with it and it's just cool to look at. I have a lot of different crystals, but this one has been the most prominent and I've left it out the most out of any of them and just sits on my desk every day and I see it sometimes and pick it up and hold it and hang out with it.
It's really cool. My favorite thing about that crystal is that when you, yep, so flip it over so that I'm looking at, keep going right there, right where your crack is, over to that side where your thumb is. Go up right by your eye. Stop. Turn it back to the crack. Yep. So right there, if you can see that in the video, when you turn that just slightly, right there, right. I wish I could. I want to point at it. I want to touch it. But there's life right there. Like there's a spirit. There's a crystal spirit in there. I can't point it out. When you turn it just slightly, you can see it flash. The other way. Right there. Oop, other way. Nope, go the other way. Right there up at the top. Do you see it?
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah, so that would be fun to take outside in the sun and really see what you can see into that because that would be really cool. I love that one. This one's my favorite. This is my Herkimer diamond. I love
Oh,
it.
that's pretty.
I love it. It has a little piece that broke off of here when we were living in Hollywood. Such a fascinating story about how it fell. But I was so fortunate that the tiny little, it's almost like a perfect little diamond, fast, multifaceted, broke right off. So now I have the mama and the baby. I love it.
It's fun.
Yeah, I love it so much. So much fun. Let's see, what else can we talk about? Oh, what was the other thing I wanted to ask you about? Oh, do you have time for cards? You want me to pull a card for you?
Sure.
Okay. Do you want Rebel or do you want T cards or
I want to. I want a rebel one
Okay, I love it. Let me
because
get
those
that
ones are
one.
fun.
They are fun. Yay.
Gotta have a little fun.
Hell yeah. Okay. Let me pull your relationship one first. Rebel relationship. All right, let's shuffle this one. We got Valentine's Day coming up, so let's see what the rebel relationship wants to tell us. All attitude, all fun. Okay. Oh, did you see that?
Uh-huh.
Fuck feelings. You have logic for a reason. Use it.
Love
Good stuff. All right, let's pick one from the original deck. Let's see what the universe wants Christina to know. Let's see. Oh, uh-oh. Get organized, damn it. Shit is everywhere. Is that true?
Truth. Because you know what? I was looking for my calendar this morning, my monthly calendar. Couldn't find it for the life of me. It was under a big stack of stuff on my desk right over here. Couldn't find it. So now I'm working on getting that whole pile organized, but I found it.
That's good. Very good. That's funny. Good old rebel. All right, let's see. Let's pull a scenario. Let's see what scenario we got going on for Christina. All right, it says you're having a creative block and you want to know what could get things moving. Let's find a solution for you. Oh, I love it. Can you see that?
Knowing I always make it through.
Yep, knowing that you'll always make it through the tough times. So
I like that one.
That's your solution. That's so beautiful because you always will make it through the tough times. Always.
That's true.
Yep. Let me grab another scenario here for you. Not really in the mood for yoga. Let's see what would be better. Rebounding. Join me for rebounding. Well, so since you're in your own little forest house out there, lying naked in the grass.
Oh, that's funny.
That would be better than doing yoga.
Little cold out for that.
Well, it is. You could wait. You know what, though? However, it is supposed to be like 60 degrees today. It's going to be even warmer tomorrow.
Hold on a sec.
All right, friends, while we're hanging out here, let's pull a card for you. Let's see what we got. What's the universe want you to know? The universe says it's not all your fault this time. The planets, karma, and other woo-woo shit are fucking life up for you. So I pulled a card for our friends watching. It says that it's not all our fault this time. And that planets, karma, and other woo-woo shit's fucking life up for them. So
love it.
It's true. I mean, like, we keep having all these solar flares. It's crazy town. Crazy town how many solar flares we're having. All right, so let's see what else. Let me pull T cards for you. Let's see if there's something you really need to know. Hold on a second. Let me pull the T cards. You got time?
I got time.
Okay. Let's pull the T cards. Hey, so you got the you were the first one to get a 2024 reading.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
So, did your January kind of pan out for you from what your January reading said? Do you
Let me
remember?
look because I don't remember what it said.
Okay, I don't either.
Let's see. Heck, we talk a lot. I'm still scrolling.
I know. I have to look up in the search conversation. So I'm gonna read you your T card reading quick here. Um so for starters, gong, 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 an exciting event. You have an exciting event to look forward to. Okay, so that's one thing. I'm gonna ring that for that. We will take that. And then we have Vulture and we have Broken Ring. So Vulture says depression, anxiety, and worry that someone is against you. And then Broken Ring says parting of the ways in either romance or business. Hmm. So that'll be interesting. Is there something you're worried about? Just a yes or no? Work
Hmm,
wise.
maybe.
Okay. So yeah. But you know that something new's coming, which we already know something new's coming.
That's true.
Yeah, so good events. All right. What'd
I
you find
think,
out?
I think. You said the first bug event of 2024 looks to be a celebration of a partnership.
Yeah, something's brewing.
Did you do January?
That's great. What's February got?
I see August.
Let me see if I can find you. Let's put in. You can't find it, huh? Let me search
I
for.
know we did month by month.
We did. Let me search for February. Mhm. How weird is that?
Isn't that weird?
Yeah. Let me see if I can find it in pictures. So February is yoke, feeling tied down or frustrated. Isn't that
Hmm.
interesting? That's that ring again for your January broken ring. That's all right. We know what's going on there. Feeling tied down or frustrated. Are you feeling like that for February?
Maybe a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, all right, let's get going here.
Yeah. Well, you're getting there, girlfriend. I love it. This, hold on. We have 10 minutes. I love how we burn time. I love how we burn time. Can you see that?
Ah, I see.
Look, there's that event. There's that celebration, that event. It's coming, girl, next month. Hang in there. Big news
Next
coming.
month. All right.
News is coming next month. You'll be fine. Hang in there. All right, my friend. Ready to go on about our day?
That was fun.
That
We'll have
was
to do it
fun.
again.
We will. I thank you so much. I look forward to it. Maybe next time we read your cards again, we do them on video.
Yeah, we could do that.
That could be kind of cool. A lot less time typing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we should.
Okay, we'll do it. Cool. So I'm gonna I gotta render all this and add a couple little things and stuff like that, and I'll send them over to you.
All right.
All right. I thank you so much for joining me today.
That was fun.
That
Thanks for
was
inviting
fun.
me.
Good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Say hi to all your bees for me.
I will. Maybe they'll be out today.
Oh my God, I hope so. I'm sure they're gonna be. I'm gonna go check out and see if mine are out. Where should I look for a hive? At my house?
You know, a lot of bees, solitary bees, they burrow into the ground. So in your flower beds.
Okay. Do they change? Do they share places? So would I find a honeybee inside with a wasp?
They usually don't share places,
Okay.
no.
Okay. Very good. All right. Thank you for all your time. Thank you for all your knowledge and thank you for all your love.
Right back at you.
All right. I wish you the most beautiful day. Have a great weekend,
You too,
friend.
Anne Marie.
Thank you so much. See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Peace out.